Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to A Ship Called Relation. I'm your host, Jason Galka, and we are talking about everything affection today. Just how important is that occasional hand-holding, peck on the cheek, cuddling at night, or this day and age it's called spooning. How much is too much, and what happens if you are more affectionate than your mate is? How do you handle that? Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Great to see you. Corinne, Brittany, and Kelly are joining me this morning. Great to see you. And like I said earlier, I love Wednesdays. Like, this is like summer camp for me, coming here every Wednesday and talking about these subjects.
That's how we feel every week, every day. Every day.
Yeah, you guys do this every day. I'm just a once-a-weeker here, but I love it, and I love the opinions, and people are loving this show. I want to start off by saying that. I'm always getting emails and Facebook messages, so thank you guys. And a big hit that we did last week during our cheating segment was a little game I invented called Sink or Swim, where we read your stories, and we either sank your ship or we swam it. So, because it's backed by popular demand, actually, we have more stories. We want to talk about what people wrote in this week?
Yeah.
All right, get your cards ready. It's time to play Sink or Swim.
I
know, me too.
Here we go. We're deciding people's fate with our cards. Okay, here we go. First story up. Dear Jason, I recently saw your episode on marriage and proposals and would like your opinion. I've been with my boyfriend Will for 3 years now. I recently turned 30 and looking to settle down and marry him. Only problem is Will does not want to get married. I know it's not that he doesn't love me, it's that he was married once before and his now ex-wife had cheated on him throughout the relationship and hurt him really bad. I know he's just trying to protect himself emotionally, but I really want to be married and eventually have children. He does have 2 young boys I absolutely adore and love them as my own, but I would still love to have a child with him. Something else he does not want either is more children. I just feel kind of trapped. I love him, he loves me, and we're very happy otherwise, but he is not offering me the future I always envisioned for myself. What do you think I should do? Sincerely, Marie from Shirley. Ooh, I see. Yours is backwards. She's undecided.
I think I don't think she should give up what she wants just because he doesn't.
She's compromising her entire future for him.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he's budging on anything.
Not on the same page.
No.
It's never good.
I mean,
it creates resentfulness. And
True. See, now I thought that it could kind of go either way, only because they do have that love and that connection there, and they sort of have the marriage thing going on, that she's taken his children under her wing and things, but it's like if you're never going to be married, and that's really what you want, then long term it's not going to work out. It'll work for now, I think, but not down the line.
And she really wants her own kids, so if she wants to have a baby, she should be able to.
Yeah.
Marriage is one thing, that's something that maybe she could compromise for him, but it doesn't seem like he's budging on either one.
No, doesn't sound like
it's
that
tough.
at all.
And again, marriage or having kids, relationships are compromised. So if he's not going to meet her halfway, it's not a good thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry, Marie. Best of luck to you in the future. Our next story is, hi, Jason.
Just like that, she's done. Sorry, Marie.
No, but, best of luck to you. Like, I feel for you because it's like I want all that stuff too, and we're getting it. We're engaged, and we eventually want to adopt a child one day. So it's happening, and I wouldn't want to be with somebody myself that doesn't share the same interests as me. So unfortunately, you kind of have to move forward. Okay. With that in mind, hi Jason, I've been seeing my current boyfriend for about 6 months now. When we first met, he was such a great guy, and most of the time still is, except when he drinks too much.
Did I write this?
Whoa, he did the bait and switch?
He doesn't hit me or anything like that, but the person he becomes when intoxicated is humiliating to me, especially if we're out. I do worry he may be borderline alcoholic, and it's not that I'm turning my back on him if that's the case, but I'm just tired of being embarrassed this summer with him out at parties and when he drinks too much. My friends think I should just dump him and that we haven't been together that long, but when he is sober, everything is great. Hope you and your panel can help me make the right choice. Thank you, Rebecca. That's kind of a toughie because he's not an aggressive alcoholic. We don't even know if he's alcoholic, but he's not aggressive when he drinks. He's just maybe acting like a fool.
Is he humiliating her, like personally? Is he attacking her personally? Like, is it a
There's not enough
verbal
information.
Yeah, there really isn't.
And there's nothing detailed about her love for him, and the other, he sounds like if he's just okay when they're together, then what else is there to extend the life of the relationship?
She tried talking to him about it. She
Getting
to have
help.
a serious talk with him. Like
Going to therapy, those are important things that you can help somebody. So how deep is your love?
Absolutely, and especially at 6 months.
6 months. Yeah, that's early on.
Keep him around and have a talk with him. If it doesn't change, then sink his ship.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with
Kind
that
of a
too.
half and half.
All right.
Let's
We're
see
gonna
how
let
it
that
goes.
swim.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
Subject to
For some
change.
Keep him a life preserver.
Let's come back to this.
We might have to call him the lifeboat at some point on that one, but no. But good luck, and definitely have a serious talk with him, Rebecca. I mean, if you are developing feelings for him and you want it to go further, I mean, we talked about this a little bit last week, that 6-month hump, where when you go over that 6 months, it kind of can go either way. So give it a little bit more time, but don't invest all of your energy into it if it's something he's not willing to change. So.
I agree.
All right, last one. Hey, Jason, great show. Thank you. I have a question for you and your panel. I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years now. About 3 months ago, he suggested we turn our relationship into an open relationship and see other people, but still continue to live together as we have for the past 4 years. I was taken back by that since we've been together for so long, but it's something I was willing to try because I do love him and we have set boundaries of what we think is okay to do when we're not together. However, I recently met someone on Fire Island and we have been talking nonstop for over a month. It's hard to describe the feeling I have when talking to this person, but I'm enjoying it and feel guilty because I still love my boyfriend. The new guy and I go out several times a week and I'm really enjoying how he makes me feel. My sex life with my boyfriend hardly exists anymore, and I have been faithful and not had sex with the new guy, but I feel like it's going to come to that very soon. Not really sure what I should do. Any advice would be great. Adam. Just based on the open relationship alone.
After 5 years, I thought you were going to say
after 5
propose.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open. He asked for
No
it.
good.
He
Yeah.
asked for an open relationship, and she found
No
someone
good.
else. So sail away with that other guy from Fire
Whoa.
Island.
Get on the slut boat.
I agree, and the sex life isn't
I
there
know,
anymore.
so
It
No,
sounds like
so it's kind of
more-
just ending.
Break up with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like
That's
you're more
not
interested.
a long-term faithful relationship.
No, it doesn't sound
No,
like
it doesn't seem like it is
Commitment,
either.
faithfulness, honesty. That she's
All
going
of a
out with
sudden
this other
changing
guy.
it to open, it sounds like he had something else going on.
Yeah.
That made him change it. Like,
Right.
where does that
He
come
was trying
from?
to make something work that maybe he wasn't sure about,
Yeah.
but wanted to keep her on
Or-
the back.
Let's, we can't be judgmental. Maybe
Right.
it was just finances and they live together, and or there's a bunch of variety
Something that's
variables
very
that go there.
convenient about it too.
Yeah.
You know, that
Yeah.
could be it too. I mean,
But
I'm a
that's
very
not
open.
healthy.
No, I'm a very open-minded person, but I'm not open to open relationships. If that makes sense. Like,
Yeah, I agree. Yes, it does.
Brittany's like,
Brittany, stop.
Her
I'm
boat's
more
rocking.
open-minded than Jason.
Yeah, but I don't know. This sounds a little.
Yeah, I don't like it.
personally, I'm just very traditional. Like, I like
too.
that monogamous relationship. I mean, I do know people that do add a little, sizzle and spice to their relationships, and if you know what I mean. But like, it's something
No,
that
I don't.
Yeah, please explain.
Please, go on.
No, this is children watch the show. Have to red flag it.
But it's like, whatever works. But if you're doing stuff like that together, then it's like, okay, what the heck? Don't go behind closed doors and behind each other's back and do things like that.
Yeah.
That's sync.
Yeah, that's
when you-
never gonna work.
Wait a second, I have something one better. That's the boot.
no. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That's the boot.
It's back.
The boot is back.
It's back.
No, that's really bad when you pull that out.
Okay, I think we have time for one more. This is kind of a happy story. I'm happy with this one. Dear Jason, I'm a divorced single mother of 2 young children. I had met a wonderful man last year, and we've been together since. I saw your show on First Dates and can totally relate. It took me a long time to truly find happiness. And now that I found it, I know it's so hard for women, especially with children, to meet loyal, wonderful men. But it does happen. I am living proof. And my new boyfriend, Rick, is so wonderful with me and my children. I just want to share my story to bring hope to other women out there to not give up on love. I met Rick when I least expected it, as love usually happens. Anyway, thanks for reading my story and good luck with the show, Amy. That's wonderful. We're ending on a happy note.
Living together.
Yay.
Yay.
Fabulous. All right.
Nice.
So that was Sink or Swim for this week. If you have a story you'd like us to read and discuss, email it to me, jason_galka@yahoo.com. Find me on Facebook and Twitter, which I see some tweets coming through. So we'll check on that in just a little bit. But more importantly, affection.
Yes.
Now in relationships and marriages, I'm one that loves the occasional handhold, the kiss on the cheek, good night. Yes, exactly, right there. That's what we're talking about. But how much is too much?
I forced you to be more
public?
affectionate.
In public, in general, we're going to talk about it all.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll start with you, Cal.
I mean,
You're fairly
She's like,
new in
I
a
know this.
relationship, right?
No, that was
No?
Desiree.
Oh, that was Desiree.
Yeah.
Okay.
In public, I think anything past hand holding and maybe a kiss here and there is too much. I'm not a fan of the.
No, I'm not either. Like, I don't want to. I mean, I don't want to see Hannibal Lecter going
Yeah,
at like his
exactly.
dinner. You know, like for me and John, when he's leaving for work or we're leaving for work, we do, you know, the kiss goodbye, the hug,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love you, see you later, and all that. But that's normal to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that should be. And when you don't have that, I would worry. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that kissing in public is fine. I mean, you know, when appropriate, and sitting next to each other in restaurants, being close, I think that's nice. I know that's another discussion that we were going to bring up today. I like that. I think hand holding is really nice, and I
Yeah.
think that it solidifies your relationship, and it feels good that it's very public and everyone knows you're together, and I really, really like that.
Yeah, see, I feel the same way. Like, I love my hand being held. I'm a very touchy-feely person, but I don't feel I'm annoying about it. John might say something different, but
Yeah. But when is it too much then? And
Right.
when do you draw the line? And Brittany?
Keep your hand on
Brittany,
my
we
hand
haven't heard
and
from
nowhere
you
else.
yet.
Yeah. Hand,
I don't like
hand
the
to
guy
hand.
that's a grabby grab everywhere. I don't like that. I like the kiss in public. That's okay, but I don't want to make out with someone in
Yeah.
public.
No, I mean, I've walked
Be
down the streets of New
appropriate.
York
There's
and
children.
seen, like, in the alley sides, like, people just
Oh,
going
doing
at it. It's like
that?
getting
Oh,
rude.
like-
What are you doing?
I mean, that's annoying to me. Even I
Oh
wouldn't do
yeah,
that.
it's gross. Or like people sitting on top of each other in like bars, and just like there's two benches. Like,
Well, let me
Yeah.
ask you, how do you feel about the sitting next to each other in the restaurant? Like, Corinne loves it.
I think it's a preference. I
It's a
always
preference.
call them the same side sitters.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, no,
No,
what
no.
happens is we'll eat, and then like when we're done and we're just having a drink or something, we're still at our table, we pay our check, he'll come over and sit next to me.
That's so sweet.
Okay.
So that's I don't mind that, but you don't have to sit. I'm open to it. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
there's
know.
anything wrong with that.
yeah, I don't really do it, but I don't ever think there's anything wrong with it or anything. It's just a
The
preference.
people who are sitting next to each other that
that
are
are
like
exactly.
Desiree's
not
holding up
like
the big
me.
red X over there.
that's
Yeah.
he's like falling asleep on his shoulder. It's
Yeah.
like, wake up.
Feel like, you know, that's just crazy love. Like, I just think there's something to that. That's
Now,
awesome.
is that something that happens in a new relationship and then
Yeah.
kind of fades off? Like, I mean, how long do you still do that, Corinne, even in your marriage now?
Yeah, I mean, I love being close. I think that's important.
Okay. So it's an ongoing thing for you. But that's great, though. See, I love things like that. I mean, I feel like in new relationships, sometimes things like that tend to die off. But for me, when you're doing those things, you're holding my hand and you're hugging me and you're giving me that kiss and telling me you love me, like, that's how I get to fall in love with you. So it's like you need to do a little maintenance work there and keep some of that going.
Yeah.
Some of it tends to die off. And
I
that
think
annoys me.
I like when the guy puts a little more effort into trying to be more affectionate, just to keep that like spark there.
But too much.
Yeah,
When is it
what's
too
too
much?
much?
What's too much?
John, would you like to take that one?
No, John is silent over there. I think that it can dilute the relationship when it's every conversation, every text message, every time you see someone. It dilutes when it's important, and it can feel awkward for the other person to.
Right.
Because, you know, when do you speak up then and say what you really feel?
See, I don't think we have that in my John and I in our relationship. We don't have that. I mean, we text throughout the day. I mean, we're both working, so texts aren't that quickly in response. And it's more about, I mean, it's gone from, when we first started dating, oh, I miss you, I love you too. Now I get, where are my jeans? Where are my sneakers? I can't find this. It's like, all right, so that's where you know you're in true love. So that's not a bad
That's not a bad
per
thing.
se.
It's not
but
bad.
That's
That's
kind of stuff.
comfortable.
Yes, it's very comfortable.
But you can't forget to say those things throughout the day. I think that's really important.
That's
to-
my next point. It's
Yeah.
like, you don't want to give all that up either, because then it kind of raises insecurities to the other
Right.
person.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with a flirty text every now and then, or a little more than flirty.
I agree.
But I mean, watch what you say, because anyone could see your phones, so you don't want to say anything too bad. But I mean, it makes you excited to see them. Like,
Absolutely. I think that's important. Keep that going.
be
all the time.
affectionate, be flirty. It's okay.
Absolutely. Kelly, what do you think?
Oh, I definitely agree with Brittany.
I see you girls texting all day. Okay?
Yeah.
That's so funny. So what happens, do you think, when the affection tends to fall out? Like, do they become too comfortable, or they're just like, I'm trying to explain to viewers, like, don't feel like your man is no longer interested in you. I mean, that could be happening, but more often than not, they just become very comfortable in the relationship.
Yeah, I think that's more what it is. Just them becoming comfortable, and they don't. When they're trying harder, and then it kind of just feels like, all right, I can kind of back off, even though that doesn't mean he's not loving you as much. It's just
Right.
But if you're missing something, I think that you should go after it. If you want more hand holding, well, reach for a hand instead of taking the adverse or adversarial stand. And if you are going to complain and start saying things, then you kind of drive a wedge, and then it's awkward, and then that's
And
not
then
going
it
to
kind
lead
of
to
takes the
anything.
moment away. You know, you lose that moment, and it's like, all right, now you're just holding my hand because I
yeah, 'cause
asked
they
you
said
to.
hold my
You know.
Yeah.
Hate that.
Yeah.
asking for it.
you want to hold a hand, grab a hand. Don't say you never
Yeah.
hold my hand.
Just go for it.
Just do
I
it.
think just
Okay.
do it. I don't think, if you're going to give affection, I don't think in a good, healthy relationship that the other person is going to say, no, get off of me.
Yeah,
please."
yeah.
If you need more, then go after it. And I always really didn't understand that with couples that I'd hear a lot of my friends say, he's not affectionate, or he doesn't do this for me, if he doesn't do that. Well, lead by example. If you want him to make you something for dinner, make him dinner and say, it would be so nice if one day you made me dinner.
Yeah.
This is my favorite recipe, or maybe we could make it together.
Suggestive sell. Suggestive sell in your
there's
relationship.
if you complain
I
and
like
say,
that.
you
Maybe we
never
can make
ever
it
make me
together.
dinner,
Yeah.
now you're creating a fight, and that's really bad.
But what if you do your suggestions and then they don't
Follow
get it.
through.
Well, then
A lot of men won't get it.
No, they
True,
don't.
they don't. But that's when you say, I would love to cook dinner together with you. Maybe
Yeah.
they don't even know how to do it. Or let's take a cooking class. I think that's really
Okay.
effective. So no matter what, if you're looking for flowers, there's nothing wrong with a woman buying a man flowers sometimes. It's beautiful. Or if you want to go to a show, we'll schedule the show. You're not going to say, no, I didn't. You're never going to be in a bad position.
I mean, little surprises like that go a long way. I mean, that
long
totally
way.
takes your level here and totally can raise it up to here.
Yeah.
Just
But
by
instead
little
of, and also it's game playing then when you have to hold back, or so just do it. If you want something, do it. If you want a phone call, make it. If
Yeah.
you want to text, be the first to lead. There's no games and there's no
Lead by example.
Yeah, lead by example. I think that's
Good
important.
advice. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the little things like that, flowers or a surprise. Hey, we're going to dinner and a movie tonight. Like that
Right.
can easily boost your,
Sure.
your self-esteem as well. Because as we said, if you start to lack that affection, sometimes you tend to cause some insecurities. Now, I really want to touch on when you're sleeping together with your maid. Do you cuddle, or is there like Desiree has a pillow divider down the middle of her bed? Our producer.
We pick on her. She's not even here to defend herself.
I know.
I got to tell you, I love the comfort of someone there, whether it's
The
a kid
spoon
or you're the spoon
I'm the
queen.
spoon queen.
See, I am too. Oh,
need
Kelly and I
it.
would
I'm
sleep well
like-
together. In completely
Yeah.
different scenarios, in different ways.
Who's the little spoon and who's the big spoon? Because you guys might not go so well together if you're both little spoons.
Yeah, so I'm a little
see,
Yeah, I think
spooner.
Okay,
spooners
I'm a
will
bigger
just.
spoon.
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go.
You like,
So we'll be
you like
okay.
wait, you know what that is, right? The little spoons on the
Yeah, we
inside.
got it.
Yeah, we know what it is. I just said I was a
you
spoon
don't know.
queen. I know what they are.
How about you, Brittany? I'm interested in hearing.
Yeah,
it.
I love it. I love cuddling.
Yeah, cuddling is
Even
great.
if it's just, I know it. Ron can't sleep on his side, so he'll just, even if it's just for 5-10 minutes, and then I'm like, okay, you can sleep now, like whatever. But I just I love it. I
Yeah,
think.
touching I think is so important in a relationship. Even like I mentioned before, it could be a toe is touching at that. But here's my finger.
Is that why you're always like touching my shoulder when I'm working? Why are you touching me?
It shows love, Brittany.
I agree.
And I think in any relationship that you have, even with employees or your friends, when you touch, there's just something that develops that is this good feeling.
Right.
And I think that's so important. I
It
made
does
Brittany a
something to your
hugger.
energy level.
I made her a hugger. She
Well,
wasn't.
I'm not a hugger. I just
She's
I'm
getting
not accepting of hugs.
She's getting
You hugged me a lot. But I think that just shows love and care, concern,
Absolutely.
compassion, all the things when you have that touching. I
See,
think it's
that's
very
how I
important.
feel too when John cuddles me at night. But for me also, it's like that sense of security. Like it's almost like you
Sure.
take a deep breath and like you fall asleep so much easier because you have that and you know when you have a deep connection like that and that chemistry, that is what really makes you go.
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
But if your man isn't always affectionate, there could be several health reasons why. Studies have concluded that maybe your man just has a low libido. We could talk about right now how to boost that safely and naturally without prescription drugs or supplements. So, number 10 on the list is drink in moderation. One alcohol beverage can relax you and help you put you in that mood, but too much can act as a depressant.
Yes.
This to me is a fascinating subject because I think a lot of men think right away that they should be on some type of prescription or some type of drugs, and that is really that alters the personality.
Absolutely.
Severely. And I've seen it
There could be
firsthand.
side effects
It's-
involved.
Yes, and
I've
it just
seen
changes the makeup of a person. So
True.
coming up with other things, especially if you're, at an age that the doctor right away wants to give you a prescription. If you're at an age that you can boost your libido or even your health dynamics by work, exercise, eating right, look at those things first. Or
Absolutely.
having a drink at night. Yeah, certainly.
So that is number 10 on the list. Going down to number 9. Eat
But not for what's her name's boyfriend. You're
Oh, yes.
no drinks for him.
No, none for him. Not even one. Give him juice. Okay. Number 9, eat sexually suggestive foods. Oysters are packed with zinc, which is a mineral that increases fertility.
Or dark
No oysters for Brittany.
dark chocolate is known to
Yeah.
Is
to
it
have
true
the-
though? Because
That is true.
It's
Really?
true.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, anything that has the zinc, it says that it increases fertility. Also, if you're a smoker, stop smoking. A, it's a gross habit, especially if your mate is a non-smoker. Nobody wants to smell it or kiss an ashtray. And B, it also decreases blood flow to sexual organs. So you may not feel as energetic for the act if you're a very heavy smoker. So you want to get rid of that habit. Number 7, keep fit. As we said a little while ago, exercising will help improve blood flow to sexual organs. If you're a little bit overweight or sort of overweight, whatever you consider overweight, definitely lose some of the weight. It will not only affect your self-esteem, but you're likely to suffer from blood vessel diseases, which can reduce essential blood flow to the genitals. So that's a big one too. That kind of goes hand in hand with eating healthy and dieting and exercising. And again, number 5, eat properly. Fruits and vegetables prevent your body from becoming frail, but they will also maintain good blood flow to those sexual organs as well. Number 3, a plant remedy called, I should have practiced this word, Yohimbi. Used in Africa as an aphrodisiac, improves male impotence. And the last 2, which I kind of came up on my own, is dress sexier
boy.
for your mate, okay? Yeah, no, they're not that bad. Dress sexier for your mate. If you're somebody that's constantly in sweats and sneakers, throw those to the shredder, go to the store, pick out something really cute to wear, and it'll also boost your self-esteem as well. And maybe
feel
get your
good.
mate more
or
in the
handsome.
mood.
Or
Or
handsome.
handsome.
Cute or handsome.
Cute or handsome.
For the guys too. I mean, the girls shouldn't be the only one dressing up.
I agree.
Yeah.
Good point. Good
Please.
point.
I
Get some sexy boxers or something.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes, like,
Sexy briefs.
sweats and sneakers on a guy is kind of sexy
I like
for
that.
me. I like it too. I'm looking forward to fall. The jeans and the sweatshirt and the sneakers.
Yeah,
Bigger.
And last but not least, if you are a married couple, plan a romantic night or weekend. Get a sitter, drop the kids off to grandma's, and go out and treat yourself to dinner, a movie, maybe an overnight hotel stay.
So
or
you're doing this
Yeah, I
weekend?
know.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
surprised.
We know what you'll be doing later.
I would love to go to Rhode Island this weekend.
So plan the trip.
Intense,
Yeah, you don't have
yeah.
to be
I
married,
always
it's nice
plan the
either
trip.
way.
See,
That's
we just,
okay.
Yeah.
You'll take the role
not okay.
as a planner.
Okay, you can pay for it then.
Oh, I see. I got it.
So, ladies, this is always so much fun and goes by so fast. Anything you want to add? What did we miss?
Give affection.
Give
But not too
affection.
much. In public.
PG in public.
Yes.
PG in public,
Yes, please. Anything more than that, please get yourself a room. But
Get a
definitely,
hotel across the
And
street. Outta here.
then go far over PG in the room alone.
yes. Good advice.
That's all I think.
Great
Yeah.
You decided to reduce your libido.
I
but-
do.
Oh, we're trying
yeah.
anything on that here?
But no, swim all the
Garlic.
way, honey. Swim all the way on that one. So, well, as always, ladies, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure, and we always give such great advice. So please send your stories to me, email, find me on Facebook. You can tweet me as well. And next week, we're going to be talking about how to balance that me and we time in relationship. You know, you do want to spend a lot of time together, but how much is too much? And also, how to work in some of me time. Get that in there without offending anybody. Sometimes, you know, those mates tend to get offended. Oh, you don't want to spend time with me?
I'm not
How to
important.
handle that situation.
That's good.
Yes.
Good.
Next
Great
week,
subject.
I'm Jason Galka. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.